guys, and welcome to the newest episode of Slightly Agitated, where a group of idiots get all together and talk about a topic. And I say group because we are actually going to be extending that group by one. So, first, let's introduce, myself, idiot number one, Brian, host of multiple shows here on Be Hero Presents. And idiot number two, he's actually got upgraded to number two instead of number three. Former Devotion Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Andrew Sowell. How you doing tonight, Sowell?
Slightly agitated as always.
Well, it is, the right podcast for the thing. So. And introducing our idiot number three for the night. The one of only the few people, I believe might be the only person in Devotion Championship Wrestling to be the Grand Slam champion. I believe has held every title you can in Devotion. That's right. That is the one and only William Cutting. I'm going to go give you your real name. So it's going to be Josh. Josh, how are you doing tonight as idiot number three?
I'm actually super hyped.
Well, you've gotten called out a ton on this show, so I figure we might as well just bring you on. That way we can at least get our one listener to join us in the conversation this time.
Well, I appreciate the thought.
Oh, man, I'm super excited to have you on here, too. Now, what we're going to be doing from this point on is, so we can try and get you guys out episodes regularly, is we're going to have at least three of us, which will include Dave on as well, who's not here tonight. We could have up to four of us, but we'll have at least a minimum of three of us on every week. That way we can continue to get these great episodes out. Let me phrase that. So we can continue to get these craptacular episodes out for you. So
mediocre at best.
Right. That being said, Josh, it is your first episode, which means you get the pick. What is our topic for the night?
Well, I figured we just did our draft, so we're going to talk a little fantasy football.
Right on. So what we'll be doing then is not only just talking about our draft specifically, but we'll be talking fantasy football stories, our thoughts in like our draft in general, drafts in the past, anything that deals with fantasy football or anything into that. So why don't you go ahead and kick us off with a story or something about your fantasy football draft there, Josh?
Well, first off, Davon fucked me in the order.
Yeah, he did.
That whole Royal Rumble, that Royal Rumble was a total shit show.
It's like him doing this podcast. He came up with it day of and was like, "Oh, it'll work," and then it doesn't. Fuck you, Davon.
Well, to be fair to Davon, at least it sounds like Bronson actually suggested doing the Rumble and the spinner and everything. The problem is Davon decided to get wasted before we ever started doing any of that nonsense. And so he was drunk when we started trying to do the...
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was drunk. He tried to do the picks and then do the Rumble. So, Davon's an idiot, as, he is when he's on the show. But it can't be all blamed on Davon. Bronson, it's partially your fault, too. But they also are the commissioner of our league. Both of them, they share the commissioner duties. At least this season. I don't know if they'll end up doing it again next season.
I mean,
don't get me wrong, the concept of it. Yeah. I like the concept of it. But execution was bullshit. Why were there so many goddamn creative characters?
That was Martin's fault.
That was bullshit. So, how did you guys feel like you wound up as far as your draft went?
Better than I thought, especially since I had to be the last pick. So I did better than I thought I was going to do.
Mediocre at best. Mid at best.
I am right there with you.
Mediocre at best should be like the name of Sowell's autobiography.
It's definitely the story of my life.
So, all right. Well, I'm going on that thought. Do you think was the best player you guys picked up in your draft this year?
I don't even know who the fuck I picked up. I was just panic picking because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing because I'm awesome at this game.
Well, for me, I lucked out again because I was the last pick, and we do the snake draft, so it 12th pick also becomes the first pick in the next round. I lucked out, and I was able to pick up Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown back to back. I almost though I was so conflicted as we were getting up to my pick at 12. Christian McCaffrey, CMC, he was picked up as the 10th pick. But as it was getting up to that part, I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be hard. I might want to pick him up if he's still here by the time I get there. But yeah, he was not.
Which is surprising because he's been like number in the top 5 the last like several years.
Yeah. Let's see. So well, who did you have?
Look for me, please.
I'm looking right now. The best player I can see right now on your roster is Koo. Yeah, the kicker.
The kicker. Yeah.
The kicker? Bruh.
No, you got Joe Burrow, and then Derrick Henry. You know, you got to get that Manny's Titan love in there for Derrick Henry. Let's see.
Yeah.
Hell, you even picked up a Steeler. But
I did.
Yeah.
How dare you, sir?
Oh, I dare.
Wait, which Steeler did he pick up?
He got Dante Johnson.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
Oh damn! I didn't realize that. I was playing you first. I'm playing so well first week in fantasy, but we're playing Pittsburgh first week of football.
Oh yeah, San Francisco.
Yeah. So let's see. And then
is it in Santa Clara or is it in? Fuck you, San Francisco. Is it in Pittsburgh?
It is in. I'm pretty sure it's in San Francisco.
Santa Clara.
Yeah.
They don't want to be in San Francisco.
Why do you hate San Francisco so much? It's such a beautiful city.
No, it's
if you enjoy shit towns, it's beautiful.
No, it looks like it's in Pittsburgh.
Hey, Steel City.
Let's see. And then Josh, who you got? You got the choke artist himself, Lamar Jackson.
Yes, I did. I don't know why, but I felt like maybe he'll do decent this year. I know I got Jamar Chase. He was my first pick.
Yeah. And then you got Najee Harris. So it was a good choice. You went heavy in the Steelers this year, brother.
I do every year, and I don't know why. You'd think I would learn from my mistakes, but I am very stupid when it comes to that.
It's just like Mike picking the San Francisco 49er D. Makes them sense.
I did pick the D because they're the number 1 D in the league.
And I picked Pittsburgh D because they're number 2.
Yeah.
And TJ Watt is, hopefully healthy this year.
TJ Watt's going to be great right up until he goes for that first rush and rolls his damn ankle, tears his Achilles or something.
You shut your whore mouth right now. Don't bring that bad juju to me.
No, I'm throwing that out there. And, Bosa's going to end up finally signing like a day before the first game. And then he's going to go out there and he's going to tear his Achilles and be out for the season. That's my luck right there. Anyhow, I didn't notice though, looking through our picks, Sowell did not pick up a single Raider.
Hell no,
Why
you
would
play to
he?
win. You play to win.
I mean, it's true, but you could at
You
least
don't
pick up
pick.
Devontae
You don't
Adams.
pick. I could have, but no.
I was trying to think too who your like running back was, because at least like running backs generally have a decent chance in our league at least. And I can't even think who your running back is.
Mine?
Yeah,
I have no clue. I have no clue who the fucking backs.
well, the Raiders specifically.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to answer that.
Oh man. Well, with that thought, who was one person that you guys have been surprised at any point in the draft picking up that you didn't think you'd ever get?
Like of all time or just our draft?
Of all time.
I got Patrick Mahomes.
Jesus.
In
First
my other league.
pick or
No, not first pick. Like third or fourth pick, I think. Yeah.
wow.
So
That's
was
late for him.
Yeah,
I
I know.
don't know. If you do like a running back heavy league that don't like really push on quarterbacks, it's not that bad.
It's the league I'm in with Dr. Thomas. So it was surprising.
Yeah. Let's see. For me, I would say sophomore year Saquon Bolden or Saquon Barkley when he had that really hot year. I ended up picking him up fourth round, and he was like top tier for me. But I was surprised that I got him as high as I did. It's probably
sophomore
the one that pops in my
year
head.
Of what?
Saquon Bolden sophomore year, second year playing, when he had that really hot year after he had a pretty decent rookie year. But like it was weird because one of the guys I was drafting with that was in this league, he's was super hyped on him because he watched him in college and everything. And so I was surprised that like he made it all the way down to the fourth round. I picked him up right before the other guy who was wanting to pick him up picked him, and I partially picked him out of spite because I'm a dick like that.
No argument there.
I think it was my first year playing fantasy football. I got lucky, and it was when Steven Jackson was in his prime. I got him like third or fourth round. But that's as lucky as I've ever gotten playing fantasy. I actually stopped playing fantasy until you guys invited me to our league.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had one season, I won one game. And the next season after that, I went 0 for like 16. And I was like, I'm fucking done. I'm so fucking done. And so I stopped. And then I stopped for like 5 or 6 years. And then you guys were like, hey, you want to join our league? I was like, all right, I'll give it another shot.
At least tell me both of those years that you played, you got the 1 and 0, or 1 and 15, and then the 0 and 16. That your logo was like a lion's helmet.
Nope, it was just generic fucking helmet. I was ready to change it to a literal piece of dog shit. But, you know.
Oh, man. All right. So now, how about we go with, of all time, the worst pick you've ever done?
Most of my roster last year. As I am
the whole roster.
The whole roster. Because, I mean, they just sucked. And obviously, I won, like, I think 2 games. And then I just limped on to the finals of the Ray, and here I am, your Ray. Shit sipper.
What could be worse? I was one of the guys that's in my league I was just drafting with today. He was telling me about another league he does with a bunch of his tattoo friends. And apparently their Ray, which of course our Ray is the last person in the league, like last place, their version of the Ray, what happens is the last person has to get a tattoo of whatever the winner wants.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
I know from our league, it's filled with a bunch of assholes, and you guys would pick the most obscene, god awful thing that you could think of. Like, who gets to pick? Like, they all have to agree on it, or is it just like whoever gets first place gets to pick
First
whatever
place
last
gets the
place
pick.
gets?
Yep.
Oh, fuck no. Fuck no.
Oh, that means that I would get the pick for So Well's tattoo last year.
It would be a San Francisco like 49er symbol or I Heart San Francisco or some bullshit.
I would do
I Heart San Francisco with a rainbow heart.
I would be pseudo nice for you, okay? So it would be the San Francisco logo, but that would be the background of the tattoo. The front or the foreground of the tattoo would be I'm freezing cold, sitting on the chair, Bernie Sanders.
Oh.
Yeah. But the jacket he's wearing is not that like green one or whatever he's wearing. It's gonna be like a Niners jacket. So
I don't know if you
because
can
I'm
go
a
into
nice
that
guy,
much
and I know you
detail.
love for Bernie Sanders.
Yes, I fucking love Bernard, Colonel Senator Bernard Sanders.
So going back to this, the worst pick. I can't remember what year it was, but it was. I don't think it was even the Super Bowl year. I think it was 2 years before the Super Bowl year that the Eagles won. I was still fairly new in picking and such for fantasy football, and the only person that came to mind. So my very first pick that year was the first person that came to my mind because I hadn't had anything prepped. Was Nick Foles of the Eagles. The backup quarterback of the Eagles, Nick Foles, was my first round pick of that year.
Holy shit.
No.
Yep. I got that.
I'd say so. You're our goddamn league champion.
Yes, I am. Look at that beautifulness right there that you guys can't see on an audio podcast. But I have the belt for our championship. So, well presented here.
Must be nice to win.
Yeah. Well, see, this is what happens when you
nice.
actually win as a champion and you're not booked because somebody thought you were being nice or sold enough tickets for it.
Wow. Sound a little bit bitter there, Mike.
I've been almost holding on to a thing that's guaranteeing me a shot at the title for almost a year that we're not doing anything with in the storyline.
He's getting there. Give him time.
Just you wait. Just you wait.
All right. Anyhow, so Josh, worst pick you've ever done?
Worst pick I've ever done. I picked Ben the year, Big Ben Roethlisberger, the year he I can't remember what the injury was, but Mike Vick ended up starting. And Ben was just on IR the entire fucking time, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing, so it was just like, okay, I don't know who my backup quarterback is. I didn't think I drafted one. So that's the problem with relying so
after
heavily
the motorcycle?
on one team. Yeah. It was towards the end of his career. I want to say it was, God, when did Mike Vick play for Pittsburgh? It was right after he got let back into the league, because that was the first team he played for.
That was...
Or no, that was Philly was the first team.
Yeah, I was going to say Philly was the first team. I think I was in the 2012, 13 when he came back in the league.
Yep. So it was right after Vic got back.
It was the early 10s. He did his time. for a terrible fucking thing.
Super terrible. So yeah, that was hands down my worst pick. Not my most unlucky, but definitely my worst. What about you, Sowell?
Oh, my entire team last year, I remember.
Oh yeah, you said that.
2015, by the way.
Look, I know you're a listener, but you gotta listen.
He's not a listener, sure. He's the listener.
Oh yeah,
Number one fan.
The listener, Josh.
He's going full Funaki on us. Number one announcer. Oh man! All right, so let's see what else we got. Who was generally your first pick positionally in fantasy? Like, who would you be your first pick? Quarterback, running back, defense, kicker. What in your strategy when you're picking? Who was usually your first pick? Josh.
Y'all go in with a strategy. Normally, I go wide receiver or running back. I did the defense thing one year, and it came and bit me in the ass so hard.
You picked a defense first?
I did.
Holy shit, I thought I had bad choices.
Yep.
Well, you do also have bad choices.
Yeah,
they're not mutually exclusive.
That's fair.
All right, so what about you? Strategy-wise, what's your first pick?
Usually it's a running back.
Good choice. I usually base it off of the league I'm playing in. Like for our league, right? We have two running backs and a flex, which could also be a running back. Mm-hmm. I usually go running back for my first pick as well. I didn't this year, but that's what I usually aim for because running backs are going to go quick, right? Especially quality ones. But in my league I'm in now, or my other league I'm in, the one I just drafted tonight, we only have one running back, but we have one running back, one quarterback, two wide receivers. One of those wide receivers could be a tight end as well. But we also do IDPs. We do individual defensive players. So we'll have two linebackers, defensive linemen, and DB, and no kickers. So
no kickers. Kickers' lives matter.
No kickers.
No, they don't.
I would be a two-time champion right now if it wasn't for a kicker my first year playing in the league we're in. Because that's what screwed me over was a -7 points for a kicker.
How do you get -7 points as a kicker?
Because they missed field goals?
The kicker missed 2 field goals. One was from 25 yards out. The other one was from 50 yards out. The thing is when you missed it, you get 2 points negative, and then you get a minus for, I think it's every 10 yards in addition to that depth after 20 yards. So for the first one, they only got the 2 minus, but the other one got like a 5 minus for the kick or whatever it was because of how it broke down. And I was so livid, and I was playing against Gabby, like I had in the finals last year or the year before, and she beat me by 5 points. So if I would have had that kicker not had that issue, then I would have beat her by 2.
Well, damn.
Yeah, you should have had coup. To be fair, it's kind of an inside or a running joke because I've had coup like the last 4 years or something in this league.
Well, that actually ties in perfectly to my question. My next question. Who is the one person that you pick up every year? He's kind of like the running joke. So in our league, of course, like with Sam, it's Tucker. Justin Tucker is his boy. He goes after him every year. Or he tries to trade for them.
Yeah, he's already made me, I think it was 2 different offers on Justin Tucker.
So
he rescinded the first one, and then today he even messaged me on Facebook, and we're not friends on Facebook. And he's like, trade for Tucker? And I was like, nah.
You should do it, man.
Yeah, find out who his like best player is and trade him for Tucker. Back, let's see. What about you, Josh? Who's one person you always try to go after every year?
So my running joke, and this has happened since I started playing fantasy, is I always get the Steelers defense. Always.
Okay.
It's kind of my crutch, my little safety blanket, is to have their defense. Because I know they're going to be decent. At least decent. So.
Okay. What about you, Sol? Who's your go-to every year?
Cool. Kicker for the Atlanta Falcons.
Okay.
He scores like 20 points some games, and like no one else fucking touches that. Not a person.
Because that's the only way Atlanta scores.
No, that's the only way Oakland scores. Or I guess they're not Oakland, Las Vegas.
Wow. Okay. So one for mine is in my one league. The other league, the one I just did tonight, it's a running joke, and it has been. I've been playing with them for I think 12 years now, and for at least 6 years of that time, I have picked up Buda Baker as my DB from the Arizona Cardinals every year. Because he does good for me, man. He usually gets me like between 15 and 20 points. So, but it's been a running joke.
I can't imagine having to draft defensive players as well.
It kind of works out well. It works out well in a different way, right? So you might have a defensive player who's not doing great, so you might only get like 2 or 3 points. But then you have another one who's doing like 25 points really well. In comparison to having like the defense itself, where you might only get like 10 points for the whole of the defense. Or worse, you go negative on a defense. This year, my strategy, like I picked the defense fairly early because I wanted to get a good defense. Because in our league, outside of the kicker, the defense is one of the few places where you can actually lose points. The kicker, the defense, and the quarterback are like the ones where you can actually lose points fairly regularly in the league. So, but that being said, I did look at Sam's roster to get you an idea who you could trade for.
Okay.
Tyreek Hill is the best person on his team. But I think I know why he's asking so hard for Justin Tucker. So he's got currently Brett Meyer, who is currently not on a team as his kicker.
No shit.
Yeah, he's a free agent. That's great. Let's see. Does it say why?
Why would you? Did he not know that he wasn't on a team, or what the fuck happened there?
He was recently signed to the Rams practice squad. But he was in Denver for OTA, and then he just got recently signed over to the Rams practice squad. But it's showing on ESPN that he's a free agent. So I'm not sure why he would have picked him.
He wasn't one of the ones on auto, was he? It was Levi and
Ray's wife was the other one, I believe.
Well, Sam was there, or not Sam. Gabby was there.
They were. I know.
I said
Gabby
Ray's
was
wife.
there for.
Oh, Ray's wife. Yeah.
Well, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. Bad picking, Sam. Bad picking. So, let's see. Any other good questions or stories from fantasy football you guys have to share?
I did the Snickers League one year, and I won 2 free Snickers bars. That's as good as fantasy's ever been to me.
They saw you were hungry and decided to give you a Snickers bar.
Like you're not making right decisions, kid. Here's 2 free Snickers bars.
Oh, great. What about you, Sowell?
My first year playing back in like 2006, I went like 0-17. So I know
Jesus.
that. I know that pain, Josh.
Sucks so bad.
Yeah, it does. But to be fair, I didn't know what the fuck it was. Like, I think it had just started. And like they're like, oh, fantasy football. I'm like, oh, cool, I can draft Batman. Like that'd be fun, right? And then like I drafted like Jerry Rice, who had just retired or something, and like it was just fucking like terrible because I didn't pay attention to any of that shit. And I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So that was fun.
And apparently you still don't, but neither do I. So don't feel too bad.
I mean, yeah.
So, in my one league, I would call it the Walmart league because most of these guys I met at Walmart when I worked there. At the Walmart league, I think it was like 5-6 years ago. None of us were paying attention while we were actually doing the draft. So we always do the draft live, and we were all drinking. And one of the guys had tagged Todd Gurley, and subsequently through the draft, 3 different people, myself included, tried to pick Todd Gurley as a running back every time, and it's become a running joke now that someone's going to go pick Todd Gurley every season for that, just because. That being said, Todd Gurley also did shit that season, so the guy who tagged him ended up getting stuck with a shit player, but we all tried to get that shit player.
Yeah, whatever happened to Todd Gurley? Didn't he go to Arizona for a minute and then just fall off the face of the fucking earth?
Something like that, yeah. But yeah, it was freaking hilarious because I think he got injured that year. Now I think about it. But yeah, it's been a running joke with these guys that we're gonna go for Todd Gurley, and the one before that was Rex Grossman. That we're gonna pick up Rex Grossman.
Rex Grossman.
My first year drafting with these guys or playing with these guys, one of the guys picked up Rex Grossman, talking up some mad smack about how Grossman was going to be amazing. And yeah, for fans who don't know who Rex Grossman is, there's a reason. So,
I mean, he did pretty good in Chicago, right?
I don't even think he did good in Chicago. I mean, it's Chicago, so you can only do all right.
Well, didn't they go to the Super Bowl?
They were, yeah, but they went to the Super Bowl because of their defense.
Right.
He had, because I remember that it was their defense, and they had Devin Hester, who on that year's Madden was goddamn unstoppable, and I hated him. But I remember it was their first offensive play in that Super Bowl, and he fucking fumbles the snap. And I just thought, no, he's done. He's done as a quarterback. He should be done. And he kept fucking playing. I wanted Chicago to win that Super Bowl, if you guys can tell.
Yeah.
Oh, I did too. I was a big Chicago fan during that time frame. I mean, I said they're my NFC team. Like, I'm not gonna try and.
Jesus, I didn't realize he played for 11 years in the league.
No shit.
Yeah. Obviously, he was probably like practice squatting it most of the time, or some like third string backup or something. But yeah. Speaking of people who kind of didn't get a lot of great play, did you guys ever draft Marlon?
No,
he was defense, wasn't he?
No, he was a running back.
Yeah, he was a halfback.
Oh, nope, never did.
Yeah. I think it's halfback. He was either halfback or fullback, but he was a back. But
I
yeah,
don't think I did.
that was the thing. I was trying to think back on it not too long ago, trying to think if I ever picked up Marlon because he played for was it the Falcons?
I thought it was the Jets.
Was it
No,
the
I think
Jets?
he played for both. I'm pretty sure it was Atlanta because I'm pretty sure he has pictures of it.
Yeah,
Of him in Atlanta gear. And then I think he did go to the Jets. I think
because he only was in the league for 5 years. I think it wasn't long before he blew his knee or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But for those who don't know, Marlon Jackson is a wrestler in the Indies that we know. Works as Marlon Bishop in Colorado. Great guy.
Good
Big
brother.
guy. Yep, great guy. No complaints.
We actually had his son wrestle for Devotion just like 2 months ago.
Oh, type
Sure
1.
we did.
Yep. All right, guys. So let's see. Trying to think of any other good stories or questions we can go with fantasy football.
What's your biggest letdown in fantasy?
Victor Cruz.
That was a good one.
Yeah. So he had that big blowout year, and then I went to pick him up the next year, and I picked him up along with Eli Manning that same year, hoping to get him. And I picked Victor. I think I might have got him first round, and then picked up Eli within the next 2 rounds, just so I can get that double, for the touchdowns. And he just went to shit so bad. I think he got hurt maybe even that season, but it was the biggest letdown for me. And my whole strategy was built around Victor Cruz and going with the Giants that year.
That sucks.
It did. Very much so.
Tried drafting Jerry Rice, and he's fucking retired.
I'd still draft Jerry Rice even to this day.
I blame Yahoo Sports fucking for that, because why the fuck was he still in there if he had fucking retired? Which,
That's right. Another great story, and this kind of goes with that same thought, is we were drafting in the Walmart League, and God, it'd probably be 10 years ago at this point, but one of the guys had picked up Adrian Peterson, Minnesota Vikings, right? So he's like, all right, Adrian Peterson, let's go. And it's a running back. Turns out that same year, there was an Adrian Peterson running back for the Chicago Bears. Third string running back. And that's who the commissioner put down on there for him for 2 games before we realized it was the wrong guy. Oh, man. I mean, it's not hard. One beats his kid with a stick, the other one doesn't.
God damn it. The fact that you're not wrong.
That's the best kind of jokes, man. All right, so what was your biggest, I'm sorry, not so, Josh, what was your biggest letdown?
I'm going to get a lot of heat for this, especially from Stowell, that I would even have this son of a bitch on my team. But Colin Kaepernick. He did so good when Alex Smith got injured. I was like, oh, he's going to fucking tear it up next year. And he was dog shit, and I hate him so much.
I mean, he was dog shit the entire time.
Yeah, I mean, he's the only quarterback in NFL history to finish with negative yards.
No shit. I didn't know that. Yeah. Good times.
He played.
He kept taking a knee, man. You're going to always go negative if you keep taking a knee.
No.
Oh, God damn
it. He's still trying to play in the league. He still goes out.
No, he's fucking not.
He still goes out for OTAs and still does interviews with teams to try and get in the league every year.
This is a rib, right? Is he just fucking trying to put people on now?
I mean, at this point, he has to be.
Like
Because him and Antonio Brown did a tryout for, I can't remember what team it was, but they both were just dog shit.
Yeah.
well, he was gonna like. I remember like the Raiders being interested in him, and I was like, all right, cool. And then he's pulling all this like stupid shit that like just makes you think you don't really want to play. You just want the publicity that this is bringing you. Like, this is this is not. This is not. You're not being serious right now. Like, you're just trying to get brownie points or whatever the case may be.
Trying to keep
You talking about
your name.
Antonio Brown or Colin Kaepernick?
Kaepernick.
Yes.
Because he was gonna do like a training camp or not a train. I mean, he did a tryout, and they were like, "All right, cool, come on out." And then like he said no, and then he just kept doing like stupid shit. Like the fuck, man. Like
Yeah.
No wonder him and AB tried out together. I'm still so fucking bitter about that hit from Vontez Burfict and how AB turned out after that. Like it was.
You mean when he went off and cried and just left and stripped off the field?
I mean, there was that. There was that whole thing with the Raiders where he's like, I'm only going to play with my helmet, and if I can't get this specific type of helmet, I'm not going to fucking play. And then went to New England and he threw a fucking tantrum there, and I'm leaving the league. And then Tom Brady hit him up, and he was like, okay, yeah, I got you. And then that's when the fucking like, if you listen to interviews with Antonio Brown before that hit happened, oh, it was the team. It's all about the team. It's not about me. It's like we work as a unit. We're a family. Blah 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 blah. It happened, and now I'm the greatest. I'm the best. It's all about me. I'm going to take my gear off. I'm going to expose myself at pools. It's bullshit.
I'm gonna fuck Tom Brady's
Fucking
wife.
I'm going to fuck Tom Brady's wife, and I'm going to make a rap album about it.
Did he really make a rap album?
He
Jesus.
did. He really did.
He's not Macho Man. He's not on his level.
Jesus Christ. All right.
I remember Randy Moss fucking. I mean, this is just football stories. Like Randy Moss, when he played for the Oakland Raiders, and then he started talking shit about the team, and you want to talk about heat in your home fucking crowd. That's exactly what he got. He got nothing but hometown heat.
Randy Moss was kind of like the NFL hook, like horror man. I swear to God, he played for like every team.
Oh yeah, he played for Patriots for a while too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Played for the Pats, played for the Vikings, played for what was it there?
Wasn't he on Cincinnati?
I'll look it up real bad.
Am I just thinking of Ocho?
You're thinking of Ocho.
No, actually, I think they played together.
I thought they did.
For what team?
For the Cincinnati.
The Bengals. You use your Google machine to find it.
Yeah.
Yes, please do, because I don't remember them ever playing on the same team.
Oh yeah, he played for the Niners. He played for the Titans. Let's see.
Isn't that where he started? As the Niners?
Yeah. So played for the Niners, the Titans, Oakland, Pats, Vikings. Did not play for Cincy. I thought he did though. I swear to God he did.
Weren't they on? I swear to God they were on.
Or no, was that Terrell Owens? That was Terrell Owens.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the size of those egos, it's hard to keep track.
Right. Yeah, he retired out actually on the Niners. He started with the Vikings.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah, because I remember him playing with, was it McNabb? No, who was it? It was Culpepper, with Dante Culpepper, and being like, holy shit.
Oh yeah, the Vikings. Yeah,
Yes, he was killing it in Minnesota.
yeah. I mean, he was like the king of the one-handed catch back in the day, man. Like he was the guy that was doing it.
Oh yeah, he was a terrific athlete, and then just they're being all poopy.
You think it's just a wide receiver thing, or is it just like too many hits to the head, or what?
Could be. I mean, what we know
Yeah,
about concussions.
Yeah.
that CTC shit, man, is real.
Yeah.
Oh, for real, for sure.
I mean, you never want to get so hard that you forget your phone number. I'll tell you that much.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience there, so well.
Nope, I have no clue what the fuck you're talking about. You shut the fuck up.
Sorry. Yeah. God. Well, let's go ahead and just move into football stories at this point because I think we knocked out fantasy in general. Who do you think was the bigger letdown as a quarterback? Tim Tebow or Matt Leinart?
Not even Vince Young, because Vince Young I was so hyped for Vince Young.
So bad too. I totally forgot about Vince Young.
Yeah, like
that's how big of a letdown he was.
I mean, I guess you're not wrong. But between the two, Matt Leinart or Tim Tebow, which is the bigger letdown?
I'll say Tebow. I feel like he had a bunch of potential, and then he started doing this weird. Well, I guess it's not weird to him, but like all that praying shit.
See, and I was going to say Leinart because I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think Tebow ever got a fair shake. And it was because of the whole praying thing. But like when Troy Polamalu did it, nobody gave a fuck.
I think I don't know. I think like I don't know because like he would do it after like every single like if anything happened on the fucking field, like Tebow would do the prayer shit, right?
I didn't get sacked. Bend down, do the prayer.
That's probably exactly what it was.
Yeah, well, I mean, like when Polamalu did it before and after every pray, he would do the sign of the cross, and then he would put his head down for a second, and then do the sign of the cross again, and then next play go. So I think it was just the dramatization that Tebow used, where he would drop down to the knee and he would do the whole. Remember when Tebowing was a thing?
Yes.
I'm
so glad we didn't have TikTok back then.
Right.
But I agree. I think Matt Leinart was probably the bigger disappointment because he got so much hype coming in out of college, and he just didn't really ever live up to it. And I agree. I think Tim Tebow didn't really have the fair shake, but I think that was more on Elway in Denver that caused that because Elway and him just did not like mesh at all, and I don't think Elway ever gave him the fair shake there. But going with that, then one other guy to add into the really didn't live up to that potential, RG3, Robert Griffin III, or Johnny Football himself, Johnny Manziel.
Did you watch that documentary on Netflix?
No, I've been wanting to. I just haven't got around to watching it.
Holy shit! Like I didn't know shit really about Johnny fucking Football, and then I watched that, and I'm like, oh, holy shit! This guy, like, he's seemingly like could have been a huge fucking deal.
Yeah.
And then just got in his own fucking way. So let that be a lesson, kids. Don't get in your own fucking way.
It's true. And it's not just in like football, and there's so many different sports and like things in the world that just are exactly like that. You get in your own way, like you cause your own downfall.
But I mean, Johnny Football was making like stupid money, but I mean, I don't know how long that's going to last, obviously, but
Mm-hmm.
It's just sad. Like he had such potential, and then so did RG3.
Yeah. Well, RG3 to me was more injury related than anything because after that playoff game where Shanahan knew he was hurt and he's still like, "Oh no, you can go play." That was asinine. Like that's your whole fucking franchise right there. Why are you putting him back in?
You know who else was a big letdown and was the number one draft for the biggest fucking payday of all fucking first round draft picks?
Trey Lance?
No, Jamarcus fucking Russell, number one.
Yeah.
The Raiders. $32 million, fucking guaranteed.
Oh, guaranteed on the bench. Oh man. Yeah, Trey Lance is another one that's had great potential. He's kind of in that vein right now. We'll have to see how he does at the Cowboys, but
you hope for the best for those guys. You really, at least I do, even if it is on the shitty fucking Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, fuck you, Cowboys.
I think that's something we all agree on, right, Mike?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a Cowboys fan at all, and I can't be. I'm not allowed to be because my wife.
You're a dirty 49er fan. You're a dirty 49er fan. They got history too against the Cowboys.
It's true. It's true.
What was that? The Super Bowl they beat them at, right?
Not the Super Bowl. It's not possible. Same division or same conference.
Right. It was a conference final.
It was it was an NFC conference final, which was actually the very first football game I remember watching. Was that conference game? So, I've never really been a huge Cowboy fan. I like certain players in the Cowboys. Like I love Emmitt Smith and Michael Irving, and of course like Deion Sanders, but he's also a Niner. But like I don't. I can't stand Troy Aikman. I like Tony Romo, but not as a quarterback.
Oh, Tony Romo on commentary is phenomenal.
Oh,
he's amazing.
I think it's funny that he could.
Go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say. Anywho, your turn, Mike.
If you ever get a chance to watch an Eagles game where my wife is watching it with you, and she's got either Troy Aikman or Chris Collinsworth as the announcers, just listening to her bitch and moan about how they hate on the Eagles and like how much she hates them. It's almost more entertaining to watch my wife than it is the game doing that. I love it too, man. My wife's a huge football fan. Like I honestly say she's a bigger fan than I am. And it's so funny to hear people when she starts talking football. We're like, "Oh, your husband must be the fan, huh?" It's like, no, he's a fan, but my wife, I'm the fan when it comes to the Eagles.
She's her own person, you sexist.
She is.
How dare you? Women can like football too.
Yeah. I tell people all the time too, like because me and my wife got married, a football themed wedding, right, and everything else, and people always assume it was my idea. 100% it was the wife's idea. Even the day we got married, which is actually this coming weekend, is our 20th year anniversary, and we picked that day because it was the first week of football, like the regular season. And we didn't even realize it was Labor Day weekend. It just happened to be the first week of football. So that's why we picked that day. And it just turned out to be the Labor Day weekend.
Well, I'm sorry you had to be married in a shitty San Francisco 49ers fucking jersey.
First of all, sir, it's Joe Montana, one of the greatest football players of all time. So you can eat a dick. And then my wife, she also, her jersey was Deshaun Jackson jersey, which she's got a curse with jerseys. Usually if she wears a jersey for an active player, they are either injured and have to leave or end up leaving the Eagles within 2 years of her having that jersey.
That sucks. So bad.
Yep. So she just said, "Screw it." The last jersey I bought her was for Brian Dawkins, so that she doesn't have that problem.
Damn.
You know, it even affected my daughter too. So we bought my youngest daughter a Miles Sanders jersey last year, and he is now playing for the Pats, I believe, or no, he's playing for the Jacksonville. So, but yeah, now it's affecting my daughter.
It's in the blood, man.
It is. All right,
So,
guys. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask, do you guys have any like weird superstitions? Like your wife, obviously, she buys a jersey, they leave the team. But do
Yeah.
you guys have any like weird superstitions or like weird things that you won't do if your team is winning? Like for example, if Pittsburgh's winning and they're on a win streak, I refuse to wash whatever clothes that I am wearing at the end of the game until they lose. I will not wash the jersey. I'll wear the same pants. I'll wear the same shoes. The only thing that I will change off is my chonies and my socks. But
well, that's
everything else
why
is
that's
exact same.
at least you're cleaning your chonies.
Right.
Damn straight.
At least you're wearing, Joni.
Yes, that is
Oh, maybe
also
that's what you're missing. You need to not wear chonies.
Yeah.
just free ball it every Steelers game.
Why
There
the
you
fuck
go.
not?
It's only stupid if it doesn't work. But for me, it's actually more the opposite. So sometimes, like, I don't get to watch the game right away, like for whatever the reason. More often, the Eagles are also playing, so we end up watching part of the Eagles game or whatever. If the Niners are winning, and then I start watching, and then a bad play happens or something happens the moment I start watching, instantly I stop watching it, and I will just see how it goes on my phone. I will stop watching physically the game because I'm obviously the bad juju. The moment I'm watching, they do poorly.
Yeah, I guess I would consider myself in that same vein. But then again, I'm a Raiders fan, so they do poorly whether I'm watching or not. Although I feel like when I'll see the updates on ESPN and then I'll go and start watching the game, and then they'll start losing, and then I'm like, oh, never mind, I don't want to watch this anymore.
I feel bad for your Raiders, man. Sometimes it feels like they start wanting to do good, like everything starts to seem bright, right? And then Derek Carr breaks his leg, or you have like one of the best running or west wide receivers in the league kill a guy in a drunk driving accident. So
It was a woman.
Yeah, it was a woman,
kill
you
somebody. I
sexist.
apologize. Killed somebody. But like that's the kind of thing like your Raiders always seem to run into. Like they start doing good and then they just can't get out of their own way.
Yeah, they shoot themselves in the fucking foot.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Or,
I'm glad I'm a
an
fan.
innocent bystander.
All right.
Oh, damn it.
Oh man. All right, guys. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up here. So, thank you guys so much for joining on this episode. If you guys, have your opinions on some of the favorite things you want to do for your fantasy football, in fact, tell us how your fantasy football drafts went this year. Reach out to us through our social medias on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. That's Be Hero Media, or at BeHeroMedia.com, which is everything that is Be Hero Media. You can also find me on Mike Burke, DCW on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and Instagram and TikTok, and Twitter at Mike Burke Pro because Twitter's bastard and will not give me back my proper name. Josh,
Called
where can
X
I find
now.
you? Yes, X. I'm not going to call it X. It's so stupid.
Instagram is bonesaw_will. TikTok, I think, is bonesawwill. And Facebook, William Cutting.
Uh,
All right. And then well.
On all the stupid social medias, it's done_so_well.
All right, guys. And then lastly, Coming up here in just a few weeks, Devotion Championship Wrestling will be having DCW Presents Controlled. September 16th, huge show coming up. We will be also featuring EC3, former WWE and Impact superstar who is currently the NWA champion, as well as former WWE star Chris Adonis, formerly Chris Masters, will both be on the show. Simbodi will be there. Us three idiots will be there. It'll be a great show. Front row is currently sold out, but second row, third row are available, as well as regular general admission is still available for those. Also, if you are planning on going to FanX, Utah's Comic Con, you can go and meet us there on 21st, 22nd, 23rd there. You can also get a discount for your tickets by using our promo code WRESTLING while you're there. And then lastly, October 7th, for what I'm assuming will be Halloween Bash, it will be us right back at Light Tree Studios for another live taping for our show on Fight TV on October 7th.
Nope.
Tickets are available for all of that. Nope.
It's
Did we move it again?
Yeah, we're going to have to because Collision's coming to Salt Lake City on the 7th.
God damn it.
I thought it was the 12th.
I thought it was the 12th.
It's Saturday the 7th. No, it's Saturday. It's a Collision. That's CM Punk show. That's on Saturday.
That's true. All right, so follow us on Facebook at Devotion Championship Wrestling or on Twitter at DCW Salt Lake City to get the updated date and time for that, as well as being able to get tickets for all of the events we talked about tonight. All right, guys. Well, again, we're going to go ahead and try and go back doing this as a weekly show. Now that we have Josh joining us, we'll be able to do at least a minimum of 3 idiots here talking. I hope you guys enjoy this. Thank you for joining us for this one, Josh, and welcome to the crew. Go to hell so well. That being said, guys, you guys have a great night. And for the rest of B-Hero Presents, we have been Slightly Agitated. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Hugs and kisses.
Fuck you so well.